When the roads are slippery, you should make turns as gently as possible. This ensures better control and safety. The heavier a vehicle is, or the faster it's moving, the more heat the brakes need to absorb to bring it to a stop. Always be mindful of your speed and vehicle weight. Truck escape ramps are essential safety features. They help prevent vehicle damage in emergency situations. Starting your vehicle from a stop requires careful handling. If the drive wheels begin to spin as you apply power, ease off the accelerator. This helps in maintaining control. On highways, it's advisable to look ahead about 1/4 of a mile. This distance gives you ample time to react to road conditions and traffic. Defensive driving is key. When passing another vehicle, lightly tap your horn, drive cautiously, and assume the other driver hasn't seen you. This can help avoid accidents. When approaching a curve, downshift before entering it. This provides better control and reduces the risk of accidents. Beware of skidding. It can be caused by turning too sharply, insufficient weight on the front axle, or over-acceleration. Always carry emergency equipment in your vehicle. This includes fire extinguishers, spare electrical fuses, and warning devices for a parked vehicle. Remember, using controlled substances impairs driving ability and can lead to accidents or arrest. Identify hazardous materials by looking for a hazard class name on the shipping paper, a 4-inch, diamond-shaped label on the container, or a hazardous materials placard on the vehicle. In an emergency, if you end up driving on the shoulder, continue until you come to a stop. Only then, when it's safe, move back onto the pavement. You can use water to extinguish a tire fire. However, always assess the situation carefully before taking action. Regularly use your mirrors to check the condition of your tires, the position of your vehicle's rear while turning, and for traffic gaps when merging. Manage your speed according to road conditions. On wet roads, reduce speed by about 1/3, on packed snow, reduce it by at least 1/2. Remember, slippery roads increase stopping distances and make turning more challenging. In a traffic emergency, or a collision seems imminent, remember that turning to avoid an obstacle is often quicker than stopping. Quick, decisive action can prevent accidents. Regular tire inspections are crucial, especially in very hot weather. Check your tires every 2 hours or every 100 miles to ensure safety. Remember, if the wheels are skidding, you lose control of the vehicle. To regain control, stay calm and focused. To correct a drivewheel braking skid, the right approach is to stop braking, turn quickly, and then countersteer to stabilize the vehicle. Be aware of tire failure signs like heavy steering, a loud bang, or unexpected vibrations. These can indicate serious issues. The proper way to hold a steering wheel is with both hands, positioned on opposite sides for maximum control and response. For a 40-foot vehicle traveling at 35 miles per hour in good conditions, maintain at least a 4-second gap in front of your vehicle. This distance is crucial for safety. Adjust your speed to ensure you can stop within the range of your headlights. This is especially important in poor visibility conditions. Be cautious of winds, particularly when exiting tunnels. Sudden changes in wind patterns can affect vehicle handling. To maintain alertness while driving, take short breaks before feeling drowsy. This helps in preventing fatigue-related accidents. If you don't have a hazardous materials endorsement on your CDL, you can still drive a vehicle carrying hazardous materials, provided it does not require placards. On roads with glare ice or black ice, it's safest to stop driving as soon as you can do so safely. These conditions significantly increase the risk of accidents. Be aware that retarders can cause the drive wheels to skid, especially when traction is poor. Use them cautiously. When driving a new truck with a manual transmission down a long, steep grade, use a lower gear than you would for climbing the hill. This helps in maintaining control. Valve clearance is not included in the pre-trip inspection of the engine compartment. Remember, every part of the inspection is crucial for vehicle safety. If you see a vehicle ahead with a red triangle having an orange center, it indicates a slow-moving vehicle. Always adjust your speed and following distance accordingly. Use high beams when it's safe and legal. They improve visibility, but be mindful of other drivers. During an en route inspection, check for tire overheating, brake overheating, and cargo securement. These checks are vital for safe travel. Avoid backing your vehicle whenever possible. It's safer to drive forward than to reverse in most situations. Alcohol affects judgment and self-control first, both of which are essential for safe driving. Never underestimate its impact. The risk of a crash is significantly higher for drivers under the influence of alcohol. Drunk driving can lead to the loss of your driver's license. Do not use tires of mismatched sizes on the same vehicle. This can affect handling and safety. Underinflated tires, loose fuel connections, and electrical short circuits are potential fire hazards. Regularly check these to prevent accidents. Countersteering means turning the wheel back in the opposite direction after avoiding a traffic emergency. It helps regain control of the vehicle. On an open road, you might safely drive at 55 miles per hour, but if traffic is heavy and moving at 60 miles per hour, the safest speed for your vehicle remains 55 miles per hour. Always adhere to speed limits. An AUBC fire extinguisher is versatile. It's effective on electrical fires, burning liquids, and burning cloth. Remember, state laws determine legal weight limits for vehicles. Always comply with these regulations. When turning, signal early. This gives other drivers time to anticipate your actions and react safely. The tachometer is a useful tool for knowing when to shift gears. Keep an eye on it for optimal vehicle performance. When descending a steep hill, use light, steady pressure on the brake pedal. This helps maintain control and prevents overheating of the brakes. Choose a speed that allows you to stop within the distance you can see ahead. This is particularly important in poor visibility conditions. The center of gravity of a load can affect vehicle stability. A high center of gravity increases the risk of tipping over, especially on curves. If a hill or curve prevents drivers behind you from seeing your vehicle within 500 feet, place the rear reflective triangle further down the road for adequate warning. While checking your brakes and suspension system during a pre-trip inspection, ensure that brake shoes are free from oil, grease, or brake fluid. Brake pads should not have brake fluid on them either. Also, be aware that even one missing leaf in a leaf spring can be hazardous. When driving through work zones, it's essential to turn on your flashers, drive slowly, and use your brake lights to alert drivers behind you. Remember, if you're driving at 55 miles per hour on dry pavement, you'll need about the length of a football field to bring your vehicle to a complete stop. If you must park on the side of a level, straight, 4-lane, divided highway, place your reflective triangles correctly, one within 10 feet of the rear of the vehicle, one about 100 feet to the rear, and another about 200 feet to the rear. Limit the use of your horn. Excessive honking can startle other drivers and lead to unsafe situations. Rough acceleration can damage your vehicle mechanically. Always accelerate smoothly to maintain the condition of your vehicle. In a front-wheel skid with a straight vehicle, no trailer or articulation, the vehicle will continue straight ahead, even if you turn the steering wheel. Drive cautiously, especially with unstable loads like hanging meat or livestock, and be extra careful on curves. When exiting a highway via a downhill off-ramp with a heavy vehicle, slow down to a safe speed before reaching the curve. Proper use of your vehicle's lights includes turning on headlights during the day in poor visibility conditions due to rain or snow, flashing your brake lights to warn drivers behind of a hazard that requires slowing down, or when you intend to stop on the road. A key principle in loading cargo is to keep the load balanced in the cargo area. This ensures stability and safety. If you experience a tire blowout while driving at 50 miles per hour on a straight, level highway, do not brake immediately. Instead, let the vehicle slow down on its own before applying the brakes. Heavy vehicles require larger gaps in traffic compared to cars. This is necessary for safe maneuvering and stopping. Remember, sleep is the only true remedy for overcoming fatigue. Do not rely on other methods like caffeine or fresh air to keep you awake. Be aware of the blind spots in your vehicle. These are areas that your mirrors can't show you, and extra caution is needed. In a pre-trip inspection, if you find issues like steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, any leaks in the exhaust system, or a small leak of power steering fluid, ensure these are fixed before driving. Safety is paramount. If your vehicle has hydraulic brakes and you find the brake pedal going to the floor on a level road, try pumping the pedal. This might build enough pressure to stop the vehicle. Brake fade can occur when brakes get excessively hot. It's essential to manage your braking to prevent this, especially on long descents. In a situation where an oncoming driver drifts into your lane on a two-lane road, steering to the right could be the safest action to avoid a head-on collision. Never remove the radiator cap on a pressurized system until it has cooled. Doing so when hot can be dangerous. When you need to stop your heavy vehicle with a manual transmission on an uphill grade, use the parking brake to hold the vehicle until the clutch engages. In an emergency, when steering to avoid a crash, don't turn more than necessary. Oversteering can lead to loss of control. During a pre-trip inspection, if you see rust around wheel nuts, it may indicate that they are loose. This needs immediate attention. If you don't have a hazardous material endorsement on your CDL, you must refuse to haul hazardous materials in a placarded vehicle. It's both a legal and safety requirement. As blood alcohol concentration, BAC, increases, judgment and self-control deteriorate significantly. Always avoid alcohol when driving. In a traffic emergency, if you need to leave the road, try not to brake until your speed is reduced to about 20 miles per hour. This helps in maintaining control of the vehicle. It's crucial to stop driving when you feel sleepy. Fatigue greatly increases the risk of accidents. Avoid driving through deep puddles or flowing water. However, if you must, gently using the brakes can help keep them functioning properly. Escape ramps are designed for runaway vehicles. They help in preventing injury to drivers and passengers and also in minimizing vehicle damage. To keep your engine cool in hot weather, avoid high-speed driving, ensure the engine has the right amount of oil, and check the V-belt tightness regularly.